They call me the Baptist, and I was well known in the Jordan region. But my cousin Jesus? Well, I remember meeting my cousin Jesus for the first time. I laughed that loud at his accent. I mean, living in Egypt for 10 years could do something to your native tongue. We would play together like any other 10-year-olds. I could run faster than he could, but he was better at climbing trees. When I was 15, we spent a whole summer together. Joseph had come to help my father build a barn. Jesus and I helped, of course, but we talked nonstop while we hewed boards or dug holes for the foundation. One day, our conversation led to a new way of thinking for me. "Have you read the Psalms?" asked Jesus. "The prophet Isaiah, Hosea? They all say the same thing, that God is not interested in your sacrifice. A broken and a contrite heart is what the Lord desires." Wouldn't that put an end to temple worship? If we, by being repentant, became our own priest, never happened. Man is too dependent on the tradition of sacrifice to buy into the idea that one by his own change of heart could live forgiven. That's the last I talked to him about it for a very long time. But it made me think. Ever since I was very young, my father, Zechariah, had given me a blessing. Your mission on earth is to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. Could he be right? Is there a time coming when the temple system would be irrelevant? Is God mostly interested in the condition of one's heart more than the quality of the sacrifice? It planted the seed in my heart. I saw how hard it was for the poor in the countryside where my family lived to give up their best lamb. Every good farmer knows that you need to use your best for breeding to keep the flock strong, but the Pharisees expected the best. The Messiah would bring grace, mercy, and justice. And just as the prophet said, bring hope to the poor. When I turned 25, I acted on my conviction. The conviction that my cousin Jesus had planted in my heart. To bring mercy to the poor and forgiveness to all who decide to take a new direction in life and follow the will of the Father. You know, align themselves with His kingdom. I started preaching to anyone that would listen. Rabbis had been baptizing converts to Judaism as a method of conversion. Why not use it as a symbol of new life, repentance, and forgiveness? People started coming from all over Judea and even Samaria. I was close to the Silk Road, and one day I even baptized a Magi who had come from the east. What joy! One day, the Spirit spoke to my heart. My cousin Jesus had come to check out what I was doing, and everything changed. I realized that seed that he planted in my heart was to prepare the way for him to come as the Messiah. Not long after Jesus went into Jerusalem, the temple had turned into what Jesus called a den of thieves. That's when he cleared the temple of the crooks that robbed the poorest of the poor, the folks who traveled the farthest to make a sacrifice. When Jesus said, "Tear down this temple, in 3 days I will raise it up," I knew full well the meaning. He was saying, be prepared to look for work, priests, because when I'm done here, everyone will be on level ground. Everyone will experience the same grace, the same mercy, the same love of the Father. There will be no need for a go-between. God is downsizing.